Welcome back, everyone. This is your host, Martha Razo with the Fire Connect. We are so happy to be here with everyone in this wonderful day. So one thing we promised is take away some tips. So let's start with you, Avelo. Tell us, what should companies take from you today on how to start scaling their business in the right direction?
Absolutely. I think the first thing that any company, when you're thinking of scaling up, when you're thinking of growing, think of the problem that you are solving for your customers, right? Very clearly define the problem that your customers are paying you for. Once you understand it, from that problem, derive the value proposition that you are adding. So value is not necessarily money. Value is, for example, my phone is my office, right? It's not just a piece of device to communicate only. It's something that I use to do any of my official work. So that's my value, saving me time. It's connecting me with whoever I want to connect with. It's giving me the opportunity to share information. That's a value. So what's the value that your business is providing to your customer? Once you identify these two things, now think of growth. That what is the unit economics in your business, that the cost of customer acquisition to get one customer, how much are you spending on advertising, on your employees, sales employees, on and various other things that might be going into acquiring one customer, right? A customer who is looking for that benefit. Once you figured that out, now think of the lifetime value of the customer. What is it going to be for you to get that customer to buy something else that is related that you are providing, right? So you buy something, then you upsell something, you cross-sell something else that might be beneficial to that person. If you don't have it, figure out a way to make that happen. Then look at your revenue model. You should have multiple streams of revenue coming in, right? One-time purchase, subscription model, annual maintenance fee. There's a bunch of things you can be doing, right? So look at those and then set a goal for yourself. In 12 months, I'm going to achieve $1 million more. Okay, now break that goal down. How many subscribers do you need to get to $1 million? Maybe 5,000 people paying X amount of money over a year would get you $1 million. Okay, can we divide that into months? Can we divide that into weeks, into quarters? So you break down that $1 million into bite-sized, chewable pieces, plan it out, break it down, tasks, subtasks, daily to-do list. Now, this is one thing I would suggest you do. You wake up in the morning, have a to-do list with 3 things on it, not 10, not 20, just 3 things, right? And those 3 things are in line with your weekly goal, your monthly goal, your quarterly goal, and your annual goal. Right? You've broken down that $1 million into every day. Now, 3 things that I will achieve today that will get me to that $1 million. All right. And slowly but surely you get there. Now, there comes the problem, lethargy. Like, not today, maybe tomorrow, right? How do you deal with that? I'll give you a brain hack. You start your day with a to-do list, but you end your day with a reward for yourself. For example, it could be a Netflix movie, it could be pizza, it could be calling a dear friend or listening to music or whatever else. But you tell your brain, hey, these 3 things that I have on my to-do list, I can only reward you if you allow me to finish these 3 things, and then I'll reward you with a movie or a pizza or whatever else, right? So you look forward to that reward throughout the day. Time manifests itself. You get things done, you are focused because you know you want that reward. That's how you kind of brain hack and get your work done. And day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, you reach your goal. And there you are. You reached $1 million more in your revenue, right? It's not as easy as it sounds. Of course, it requires a lot of guidance. You'll get stuck in many places. There'll be bottlenecks. And that's where Martha and myself come in. We are here to help you, guide you through those points, handhold you through those things, because we have gone through that. And we have had many customers who have gone through similar situations as yours. It's never a very unique situation. We think very unique, but we are very, very, the problems that occur in our businesses are very, very common. So happy to help you with that. And Martha, down to you.
Well, I want to follow up with what you're saying. So setting small setting the goal and then breaking it down. So if you want 1 million, how do you break it down? But how do you communicate this to your team? I'm just wondering, how do you get them on the same page?
So first, you need to communicate it to your mind, right? You get the point. This is what I need to do. I need 5,000 more customers. That means every month, can I get 500 more customers, right? And for 500 more customers, I would need to acquire the customers through 3 marketing channels. Okay, that means each marketing channel would have to have 33% more efficiency to be able to get that. I'm just making numbers up as we go along. But the point is, right, once you have those nitty-gritty details, now you go down to your team and say, hey, here is your key performance indicator for this month. You want that bonus, you need to meet this goal. And all of us, we will get our own KPIs, right? Key performance indicators. And if you can meet those goals, you do your little part, and we do all our little parts. And as a company, we accomplish our monthly goals, quarterly goals, and yearly goals. So that's how you kind of break it all down. You first explain it to yourself, then you find out subtasks, people responsible for it, deadlines, key performance indicators, and you distribute the task. And you monitor and manage it through either WhatsApp or project management software, but you need to monitor that people are actually at the end of the month reaching their KPI, and as a company, you're reaching your goals.
Love it. And guys, this is why you need someone like Solix. You want to keep your metrics and these numbers in place, setting your individual goal, your whole goal as a company, and your teams. Then you need someone to manage and administer these numbers and even create forecasts on these numbers. And this is what Solix can do. So on the comment of what are tips that I will give to companies, and you know what's funny, Avelo? Every time you talk, you never really use the word numbers or data. But if everyone paid attention to what he's saying, everything is based on metrics. Everything is measurable. It's all numbers that are incrementally growing. And this is what business owners, they don't have time because they're so busy. And also, if you think about it, for the average person, numbers are boring. It does break my heart because I love the numbers. But they hate them, they're boring. So you don't want to go at the end of your long day of talking to customers, of selling your product, and look at spreadsheets and spreadsheets and spreadsheets. It's just a headache. And that is the value of someone like Solix, myself, is that we take away that headache, that pain, and that uncomfortable work that you don't want to do, to make sure that your work, your hard work, and your strategy is aligned with your numbers, because it's all layers, angles, whatever word you want to use, it all has to go together and drive in the same direction. So
Martha, one thing you said, people don't like numbers, but they like their numbers in their bank account to grow, right? And that's the motivation.
Yes. And that's it. Now they want to see their numbers grow big. They have to look at them to make them grow. They have to get them in the right direction.
That one number should motivate you to look at the other numbers. And that's where Martha comes in so beautifully.
Yes. And it's okay if you hate them. I still love you guys, okay? So let me give you some tips. And you have to be doing this. And I understand if you're not doing it, it's just a lot of work. I highly suggest, if you want to grow your business, you have to have these 5 things. Monthly profit and loss. If you don't have it, please, ASAP. Yearly business plan. It's the beginning of the year. You're not that late and behind, okay? Make sure this is your priority right now. Your yearly business plan. And what does this yearly business plan have to have? It's on my website. It's on solixservices.com. If you go there and scroll down to 5 tips for business growth, you will see this. So there's a whole list of what your business plan has to have. Third one, have a quarterly break-even price analysis. You should actually do this every month, but let me give you a break. Do it quarterly at the very minimum, because at least every 3 months, the market's changing and it's fluctuating. So make sure your price is adjusted accordingly. Have a system in place for collecting more data to answer key questions. And I'll answer that question so what's a key question? In a nutshell, key questions are questions that are going to grow your business and help you meet your goals that you set at the beginning of your business plan, at the beginning of the year. And then fifth one, be ready to change. I know it's so hard to change. You're so used to doing things the way you've always been doing them. But you have to be able to change. If you have to learn a new technology, you have to do it. And don't worry, that's why there's interns. That's why there is people looking for jobs. So you hire the right person that knows how to use that technology, that tool that will give you leverage to make your business scale up. And guys, have a solution-oriented mindset. Have this growth mindset. What does that mean? A lot of times we feel stuck, like, oh, I cannot do it. I'm not going to be successful. $1 million is too much. Like, I can easily say one of my goals for my family company is to make $100 million. I mean, that's 10 times of what we're doing within 5 years. People are asking me, how in the world is that possible? And I love what Avelo said. You have to break that down into smaller goals. What does that mean in 1 year? What does that mean on a monthly basis? What do I have to do on a weekly basis to achieve the $10 million? So guys, don't feel like you can't grow, you can't change, you can't learn something, you can do anything. And that is the power of the mindset, like Avelo said. You are capable of doing anything. This is a lot, 5 things, right? Once again, I know it was a lot. Find them in our website, solixservices.com. Once again, that's solixservices.com. We're going to take a little break. I know that was a handful. On the next one, we're going to talk a little bit more about exactly what me and Avelo do in our companies, give you another little example of how we've helped companies grow their business and how we can help you, because we want to see you truly succeed, whether it's with numbers, whether it's with strategy. We can help you, and we both do different things. So keep tuned on the Fire Connect radio show. We're going on a little commercial. This is your host, Marta Razo, with my wonderful guest, Avelo Roy. Thank you, guys.